What's up, y'all, and welcome to Totally Disgusted. And let's talk about hygiene that is way too satisfying.
This is Totally Disgusted with your host, Derek Andre.
All right, guys, welcome to this episode of Totally Disgusted, where don't ask me where this topic came from. I was literally shaving today, and I was like, oh, man, I need to clean my ears. And I thought about how good it feels to clean your ears with a Q-tip, even though they say that it is not good for your ears. But today's show, I'd like to talk about personal hygiene that is way too satisfying. All right, that's what today's topic is. And I'm going to go through some of them. I got a list of them right here. I'm going to go through some of them. And if you have one or two or five that you would like to add to the list, please, by all means, put them in the comments or leave them in the chat. All right? All right, so let's get right into it. Number one on my list of personal hygiene things that are way too satisfying is cleaning your ears with Q-tips. Why does that feel so good? What is it about cleaning your ears with a Q-tip that is so satisfying? It's interesting that there are people, first of all, who just don't clean their ears. I know you've seen the videos online. They didn't have to go to the doctor's office, man. The doctor got all these special tools and carrying on to clean their ears out, man. And they got wax buildup from seems like the beginning of time. It's so much wax, I'm not sure how they were able to even hear. And that shouldn't exist when you have Q-tips. And if you know how good it feels to take that little white little stick with the little cotton on the end and you stick it in. You don't go in too far now. You don't go in too far. You stick it in just enough so that you can kind of feel it get just a little snug. Because if you go in too far, you're going to hit your eardrum. You don't want to do that, okay? You stick it in just far enough to where you kind of feel it stop. And then you just twist. You just close your eyes and you twist. You kind of work it around in there. And you twist. You move it back and forth just a little bit and you twist. See, I'm not even doing it and I'm getting this weird sensation of just joy and satisfaction as you just twist. Oh my God. The twisting. Uh-oh, sorry, y'all. Hold on. Sorry about that. The twisting. It's just an amazing feeling. You just kind of working the Q-tip, and then you're actually doing something. It ain't like you just running this Q-tip in your ear just for the sake of you actually cleaning out the excess earwax. Now you ain't supposed to clean it so much that you don't have no earwax, but yeah. You just cleaning, man. You're taking that Q-tip and you're twisting, man. You can feel your toes curl, your eyes close, man. You just be in another world. And then you pull out one end and it's kind of waxy, but then you flip it over and then you got to stick the other end in because you got to make sure you got it all clean. Oh, yeah, then you stick that in and you twist it. Kind of working it back and forth, twisting a little bit. Work it back and forth, twisting. Yeah, both ears, man. Both ears. That is the most therapeutic feeling. And it shouldn't be. I don't know what it is, but our ear is kind of an erogenous zone too. So there's that. Be all hugged up with your boo and let him or her kiss on your ear a little bit, boy. You'll lose your damn mind. So I can understand that the ear being an erogenous zone could very well explain why Q-tip cleaning is just so, I don't even know. It feels good, man. It feels amazing. Then when you get the Q-tip, you get another fresh Q-tip, man, and then you go all around, all around this part of your ear. I don't know what this part of your ear is called, but you go all around that, man, and you clean that real good, and you look at it, and you done washed your damn ears, but it still be dirty. You like, damn. But it feel good because you done got that doggone dirt out of there. Oh, my God. Yes, cleaning your ears. I don't know how people allow wax buildup in their ears when it is so simple and it feels so good to clean your ears with a Q-tip. Now, there are other tools that they have. It's not the same. I got this other little tool. It's got like it almost looks like a little drill bit, but it's rubber, real flexible. It's rubber, and you stick it in there, and you're just supposed to kind of twist it. I usually add just a little warm water to mine, kind of twist it, and it kind of goes down in there and it pulls the wax out, but it ain't the same. It is not the same. I don't care what nobody say. There's no substitution for a Q-tip when it comes to cleaning your ears. It does a job, but it just doesn't have the same connection. You don't connect with this plastic tool the way you connect with a Q-tip. And those of you who clean your ears regularly know exactly what I'm talking about. I know you know. Number 2 on my list. Now, some of you all may have not experienced this yet, and I never had to do it until I got older. But once I did. Now let me say this though. Let me say this. This experience is kind of hit or miss. Okay? This experience is kind of hit or miss. Sometimes it's very, very kind of soothing and therapeutic. Other times it hurt like hell. Okay? That's nose hair cleaning. That's right. You got to get up in them nostrils, man, and get them hairs, man. Sometimes they just be hanging out, man. Look like little fingers and stuff, man. And see, I done got old. And so now mine done turned gray. So if I don't clean my nose hairs, they look kind of like boogers. If at a glance, you looking like, this dude got boogers in it. But it don't be boogers, it be nose hairs. I got gray nose hairs, and it's kind of gross. But the trimming of the nose hairs. So there's a couple of different tools they got. All right, so they got this one tool that you can use that it's about this long, like kind of round shape, but it's got like a little silver head on it. And inside that little silver head, it's got like these little plastic blades. All right, so you take that and you turn it on, and you can hear it run, sound like some little clippers. Zzz. You take that and you hold your head back, and you can see them little nose hairs screaming for you to have mercy on them. But they can't exist. They gotta go. So ain't no mercy. So you take that nose hair trimmer and you stick that sucker in your nose, and you can hear it. I mean, I don't know what it is about that. You can hear them little blades cutting them little hairs, man. You know, and then you got to get now when you clean your nose. Now, fellas, if you're getting on up there in age, let me give you a pointer here. You can't just clean like on the perimeter, and you got to get up in these corners. Okay, these corners can hide the most unbelievable amounts of nose hair. They just can. They can hide unbelievable amounts of nose hair. So you got to make sure that when you're doing this, you get all the way up in the corners. Okay? You got to get in the corners. You can't, and it feels amazing because you can hear the hair. Because you know when you get done, your nose gonna be nice and clean and everything is gonna just be looking nice and pristine because them nose hairs, man, they unattractive. You know, you be standing there talking to somebody and they be looking at you. And you know when you didn't clean your nose hair, especially a dude. I don't know women. I don't know if y'all have nose hair issues. Y'all be having hair problems in other places. But men, we have nose hair issues. And they grow long. You could the hair on your head will completely stop growing. But for every hair on your head that stop growing, the ones in your nose done picked up the slack. So our nose hair grows fast and it grows long. And in some cases, it will grow thick. So when you standing there talking to somebody and they be trying to make eye contact with you, but every time you talk, you know, you tilt your head, you know, you got your body gestures and stuff. When them little nose hairs wave at them, yeah, you can't have that, man. So you got to go home and you got to trim your nose hairs. Now, I got another tool that I use for my nose hair trimming. It ain't quite as therapeutic, all right? This one it almost looks like almost look like a little clipper, like the blades on a clipper. It looks like that. It's about maybe about this long, and it's not too tall. It's kind of short. But that sucker, now I will admit, it ain't as therapeutic because I done cut the inside of my nose with that sucker and that shit hurt. But it gets the job done. Now it ain't gonna be the most comfortable feeling because if you go too far, it's just like sticking a pair of clippers up your nose. If you go too far, you're gonna bite some skin and you might draw a little blood because I've done that. But it is perfect for getting it really good, especially in these corners. You can take the end of that sucker, get up in them corners. Woo-wee. Yeah, that's something special there. So we got Q-tips, nose hair trimming. Okay, what I got next on here? Oh yeah, this is another good. See, my wife, she be taking care of her brother. Okay. See, I can't see my back like she can see my back. I can turn my head, I can look in the mirror, but there's parts of my back that I just can't see easily. Well, every now and then I get a blackhead in the center of my back. Now I do my best to keep my back clean. You know, I got a little back brush and all that kind of stuff. But every now and then I will get a blackhead on my back. Now they don't be very big, but they noticeable if you're looking for them. And so my wife always says, hey, babe, you got a blackhead and let me get it. Now, this is what she does. Now, this see, again, it's one of them things. It's kind of, it's painful, but it feel good all at the same time. She'll take like the end of a hairpin. Okay? She'll take the end of a hairpin and she'll use that hairpin to kind of press around the blackhead. Okay? She'll use the hairpin to press around the blackhead. And then you could just feel that little sucker. You can feel that little pop. I don't know if it make that noise or not, but you can feel it go. And it pops out. And she'll pull it up and she'll show you. And it's like, oh my God, that was growing in my back. Now, there's a couple of ways that you could do it. Some ways are more therapeutic than others. There are a couple of ways you can do it. You can use the hairpin method, which is what my wife uses. If you can do it with your fingernails, you can take your fingernails and get on either side of the blackhead and you can press and you can pop that sucker out of there. Or if it's big enough, you can take your fingertips and you can pop that sucker out of there. Because if you like that kind of stuff, see, I'll sit up and I will watch pimple popping and blackhead removal and all of that kind of stuff on YouTube. I will watch that. And if you've ever watched it, you will know that there are some enormous blackheads that sprout up on people's bodies. Now, how they get that big, I have no earthly idea. I'm assuming that nobody loves them, because if anybody cared about you, there's no way on God's green earth that a blackhead the size of a dime can show up on your back. A blackhead with the diameter of a dime, there ain't no way that can show. They don't happen overnight. Blackheads don't move like that. It's a progression. But even still, watching them pop it and extract it, hella satisfying. Hella satisfying. All right, let's move on through the list. Next on my list of satisfying personal hygiene, I have pimple popping. I'm almost ashamed to tell y'all the amount of hours that I have wasted on YouTube over my adult life watching pimple popping videos. That is a personal hygiene act that, first of all, I can't fathom how some people can get pimples so big and pus filled on their bodies and don't do nothing about them. I can't, my brain won't process how a pimple can get so out of hand that you got to go to get medical attention to drain the sucker. Now, I know they got like cysts and all these other kind of, but sometimes it don't be cysts. It just be pimples. Now, in not all cases, some people just have difficulties and challenges with their skin. Some people just genetically, they just have skin issues. Some people's skin just, they don't be taken care of. If you look at some of them pimple popping videos and you look at some of them folks' fingernails, they look like they've been changing oil since they was 3. And they ain't washed their hands, and then they come in there and be trying to pop these pimples. Then you understand why they backs and faces and chests and stuff be filled with all of this acne and these bumps and stuff. But aside from all of that, there is something satisfying about watching a pimple get popped. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just that your mind can't fathom how the body can produce so much disgusting liquid. Because I done seen people, man, they'll go to pop a pimple, man, and they'll grab that sucker. They can grab it with like 3-4 fingers. Pop that sucker. The head shoot off and fly across the room. And as long as they squeeze it, look, as long as they squeeze it, stuff keep coming out. And it don't finish until you see a little blood. If you keep squeezing it and white stuff keep coming out, it ain't done. It is not done. It is not finished until you squeeze it. and you see that little trickle of red follow that last little drop of white, and then you know you have completely emptied that pimple. It's therapeutic. It is therapeutic to watch. Satisfying. So satisfying to watch. I'm ashamed to let you know just how many times I don't watch. They lancing, ingrown toenails and blood blisters, all that kind of stuff. Man, it's therapeutic to watch. What's next? Next on my list is cuticle removal. Cuticles can grow like wildfire. Some people got cuticles that'll grow halfway down their fingernail. But watching that cuticle get trimmed back with the little cuticle trimming tool, come on, man. It is a very, very satisfying thing to watch. Truly satisfying to watch them take that tool and just scrape all of that excess cuticle meat. I don't even know if it's actually meat. I don't know what cuticle is. You got it on your hands, but I don't know if it's actually meat or not. But just watching it, man, watching them take that little tool. The little tool's got like a little U shape on it, but it's got like a little sharp blade in the middle, man, and they just go through, they just clean it, man. I've done it for myself. Now, you got to be careful, though, because that tool, if you ain't paying attention, will cut a little too far, and you'll do what? Draw some blood. But cleaning that cuticle, that is therapeutic. That is satisfying. Cleaning dirty ass fingernails is satisfying. Every now and then I had to go out and do stuff to the cars and stuff like that. I got to do something, and I get some dirt under the fingernail, man. I take that little nail file thing with the little point and go up under there and just watching that dirt come from up under that fingernail, man. Oh, man. Watching your fingernail go from black dirty to translucent again. Man, that's a good feeling. All right, what's next? What's next on my list? Foot scraping. So I got this spot on my left foot. Don't know where it came from. Don't know how long I done had it, because I don't even know when I actually started noticing it. But I got this spot on my foot that's just dead skin. It's on the left side. It's a spot about this big, and it's just behind the pinky toe on my left foot. A couple Christmases ago, my wife bought me a little tool, about yay long. And it's got a little blade on it, and it's designed so you can basically just skim the meat off, that dead skin. Oh my God. Just sitting there and watch. It's a delicate move, man, because that blade sharp as hell. But it's delicate, man. You just got to take your time, and you just got to scrape, and you just got to cut, and you got to scrape, and you got to cut. Then she got this other tool that she gave me, man. She ain't gonna touch my feet, though. I ain't got ugly feet. I got some all right looking men feet. I just got a couple of rough spots, but she ain't gonna touch my feet, man. She ain't gonna touch my feet. I'm just gonna have to accept that. But then she gave me this other tool for my feet that basically is like sandpaper, it's like a scrubber. So what I do with that, oh my God, talk about, you can't do it while your feet are moist. So if you just got out the shower, it ain't the same feeling. You have to do this while your feet are dry. You take this little scrubbing tool. It's got different grades. I can like change the heads out on them. So I scrape the spot that I told you got this callus, the little dead skin. I scrape that spot. And then when I'm done and I kind of got that smooth, because it gets kind of thick. I cut a lot of it off. Once I get it kind of smooth, I go ahead and I'll start with my heels. I take that little tool, man. I scrape them heels, man. And the scraping part ain't the satisfying part. It's cool, you can feel it. You can kind of see your heel and the parts of your foot that you're scraping turning white. But the satisfying part is when you open it up, the little tool, and you see all the dust from the dead skin you done scraped off your feet. And then your feet, that's when you shower. You get in and then you shower after you've done all of that. Then you get in and you shower, man. And you put a little lotion on your feet. Feel like a damn baby. Your feet be just tender. Tender, they feel good, man. You done scraped all that dead skin off of it, man. It's satisfying. SATISFYING. Satisfying, man. It feels amazing. You done got all that dead skin off there. All the dust is gone, man. You done scraped the little dead skin from the callus off your feet, man. Satisfying. You look back at it, you like, damn. My feet was ugly as hell. Now they tolerable. Foot scraping. Next on my list. More people need to actually do this. This is a personal hygiene act that is satisfying that I just don't think enough people do, and that's flossing. You have to floss between your damn teeth. Flossing. If you don't want to use the little string, the little floss, go get you one of them little tools, man. Listen, the difference flossing makes. I got pretty decent teeth. But when I tell you, I'll brush my teeth and get my mouth all together and think that I done a good job. I run that floss through there. I'm like, I did a lousy job. You'd be surprised how much stuff gets between your teeth, especially if your teeth are fairly close together. Now, if you got a mouthful of gappy teeth, well, then you may not have to worry about flossing as much. But if you got normal teeth that are close together, you got to floss. You have got to floss. And you know why it's satisfying? Because when you pull that floss out and you look, you like, God, dog. How could there have been that much food still between my teeth? How could there have been that much food still between my teeth? That's why folks' breath be stinking, man. Because they be surface cleaning. It's like if you clean the tile in your bathroom, but you don't clean the grout. The tile be sparkling. Grout just be black. That's why you got to floss, man. You got to floss. I don't care how you floss. Man, I have had stuff between my teeth. I will floss with a receipt, with a business card. I know that sounds gross, but I don't like nothing between my teeth, man. You have got to floss, man. That's why folks' breath be stinking, man. And I don't know if you like me, I'm gonna smell it. I am going to smell it, okay? I'm gonna clean it and get all between them teeth and I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna That's what people be smelling if you don't floss. Some people floss all day, every day. Some people keep the little tools with them. I used to keep some with me, but I don't have none with me like I used to. But you got to floss, man. Because it's satisfying to see just how much space you actually got between your teeth when you get that extra food from betwixt it. Yes, I said betwixt. Yes, flossing is a hygiene act that is satisfying. Next on my list, my wife big on this one too. cleaning your neck with alcohol and a cotton ball. We be thinking that our neck is clean. She be telling me you clean your neck with alcohol. I be like, nah, my neck cool. She be like, whatever. Soon as she go away, I give me a little alcohol, put it on the cotton ball. I be trying to wipe my neck. I be like, damn, my neck's still dirty. I just washed. Now I know this worked for black. I don't know how it worked for white folks, but black folks, our neck be dark, man. I mean, it be dark, man. You gotta take that cotton ball, get you some alcohol on there. God forbid you got any cuts. If you got any cuts or scratches, that alcohol gonna find it. But man, you take that alcohol, man, it's nice and cool, man, and you just clean all around your neck, man. You get all in the little cracks. You gotta hold your head down, man, and it's cool, man. And then you get done, and then you look at that cotton ball, and you say to yourself, "Damn, I'm dirty. Damn, I'm dirty." It seems like no matter how many cotton balls you use, too, they always come back with something on them. It's almost like you wiping the melanin out your skin, but your neck don't never look no lighter. And that's the crazy part about cleaning your neck with alcohol. Unless you just never wash your neck is usually on the back is roughly the same color as your natural skin. Okay? So it just seemed like no matter how much you clean, it didn't look dirty in the first place, but no matter how much you clean, the cotton ball always come back with something on it. Now, under your neck, if you're a guy, under your neck is a different story. Sometimes under your neck, you can still clean that with a cotton ball, but sometimes under your neck be dark because of shaving. Okay? Because of shaving. Shaving can make the under part of your neck kind of dark, because you basically just, you got dark spots, you got hair and ingrown hairs, all that kind of stuff. We're going to get to them too. But the back of your neck, see, you can't even see the back of your neck. You can't even see the back of your neck. But the more you clean it just keeps staying dirty. It's like when you go to the toilet and you go to wipe. And you know the kind of turd I'm talking about. Man, how many times you wipe? Toilet paper just ain't never clean. You just got to get up and take a shower. How do blind people know when to stop wiping? How do they know that? Anyway, yes. So your neck, clean your neck. That's therapeutic and satisfying. Cleaning your neck, that is a very satisfying act, man. When you look at that cotton ball that was once just lily white, and you look at it and you see the dirt on it, and you thought you was clean, and you realize that you was damn near as dirty as you were before you got in the shower, you understand how important and how satisfying it is to clean your neck with a cotton ball and some alcohol. What's next on my list? Oh my God. So, your nose. All right, your nose got these little pores in them. Okay? And if you like squeeze, I know black folks, I don't know white folks, I guess y'all do it too. Black folks, our noses get oily. And if you squeeze your nose, them little white grease pockets, I don't know what the hell they are. They just be popping out. You take your fingernail, run it up there, just be like grease. And you just be like, ugh. Well, they got these strips. They call Biore strips. Where you kind of dampen your nose right across the bridge. And you take this strip and you lay it on top of your nose while it's damp. You let it sit there until it kind of dries a little bit. And then you peel that sucker off. Lord have mercy. You peel that strip off your nose and flip it over and look at it like from a profile, like horizontally. It look like the Chicago skyline. It just be little grease pockets and little blackheads and all kind of little stuff just be trapped in your pores. But them little Biore strips, will pull them all out. You be thinking that your nose is clean on the outside, but your nose don't be that clean, man. Them little strips, them little Biore strips will extract all of that stuff. And then the grossest part is, though, you do it again the next day, they right back. But to pull it off is so satisfying. When you pull it off and you look at it, you like, oh my God, look how nasty my nose was. You pull that sucker off, man, it just be just a little skyline of grease and blackheads and all that kind of stuff across your nose. And a lot of people don't take care of that part of their nose, man. A lot of people don't. A lot of people think washing their face and all of that is enough, but it's not. You have got to use, even if you don't use them kind of strips, you got to take your fingers and something, you got to just kind of scrape a little bit. Got to scrape a little bit. Get that little grease pockets and stuff out your skin, man. And if you smell them, because I smell every damn thing. If you smell them, they smell funky. That's why you got to clean them. Let me tell you another thing. Personal hygiene act that's therapeutic. It's tongue scraping. Tongue scraping don't get enough credit. Tongue scraping does not get enough credit. There are tools that you can go to Walgreens, Walmart, Target if you still brave enough to shop there. Any kind of little CVS, any kind of little store that sell like hygiene stuff, you can get you a tongue scraper. My wife introduced me to these tongue scrapers. What you do is, in the morning, before you get to brushing your teeth real good, you done slept all night. Your tongue, mouth been open, your tongue rested against the roof of your mouth. You take that tongue scraper. It's got the handle on it like a little toothbrush, but it's got a little head on it, and it's open on it, and it's just got a little flat side on it. And you take that, and you scrape your tongue. That's how you gonna talk when you do. You scrape your tongue. You scrape your tongue, and watch all of the debris that comes off of your tongue after sleeping with your mouth open or eating some ice cream or something before you go to bed. Taking a tongue scraper and just scraping your tongue, just scraping that tongue. You ain't got to do it hard. You just got to do it enough for you to just break loose all of that stuff. Then, when you brush your teeth and then you brush your tongue and you use your mouthwash and you floss, your breath won't smell like a barnyard. Okay? It just won't smell like a barnyard. You got to scrape your tongue, brush your teeth, brush your tongue, floss, get all of that out, use some mouthwash. Your breath won't smell like a barnyard. Tongue scraping. Personal hygiene act. Totally satisfying. What's next? This is my last one. The rest I'm going to leave up to y'all. Y'all can put what y'all do in the comments. Whatever personal hygiene act that is therapeutic and satisfying for you, let me know what it is in the comments, okay? Let me know what it is. Because it might be something that I didn't overlook. Because, see, women might have some other therapeutic things that they do with their personal hygiene that men may not do. And men, we might have some stuff that we... So if there's something that you do that is super satisfying, that when you do it, you like, God, dog, I'm so glad I did that. I am so glad that I did that. That is so satisfying. The end result is just amazing. The last thing on my list is ingrown hair removal. Glory be to God. You want to talk about something stupid, therapeutic, and satisfying. It's watching a hair that then grewed down inside your neck or up under your armpit or in your crotch area. Cause women, they probably get them, cause we don't really be shaving our private parts. Not like that. Women, y'all get y'all stuff waxed and stuff, and the hair grow back, but pulling an ingrown hair out. Cause you gotta work with it. It ain't, sometimes they right there on the surface, and you can just kind of catch it with a little needle or something. You gotta use your needle. You gotta clean it off, clean it with a little sterilizer, with alcohol or whatever you're gonna do, and then you gotta kind of stick that sucker up under there. You kind of catch them little hairs. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you gotta work a little harder. Sometimes you got to put a little hot towel on there. You got to do some maneuvering. Sometimes it don't be right at the surface. But I promise you, you take that little pen, that little needle. You can't just pop a hair out like you do like a pimple. You can't just squeeze it and the hair pop out. No. You got to work. It takes a concerted effort to remove an ingrown hair. Oh, yes, it does. But the end result, when you get, especially if you got hair that grows fast, see, my hair grows slow. So I get an ingrown hair. Like I got a few right now. I just shaved earlier today. So I got a few, but mine just gonna kind of lay flat. They might go kind of far in. Every now and again, I'll pull one out. It'd be, reasonably long. But if you got a lot of hair and it grow fast, and it's halfway curly, and you don't catch that sucker in time. I saw a video one time. This dude had a hair bump. I don't know how it didn't choke him from the inside. It was right here by his Adam's apple. They start pulling that sucker out, man. I swear to God. It was probably about this much hair that came up out of there, man. It had little knots and stuff in it. I said, man, how you get that much hair in a hair bump? And it took you that long. Ain't don't nobody's hair grow that fast. That they got a hair bump that's got that much hair in it. He had a whole head of hair in one hair bump. But I tell you what. Watching them pull it out, that, my friends, was hella therapeutic. That was satisfying. Because I just couldn't fathom when it was going to end. They would pull a little bit, and then I'm like, okay, they're almost at the end now. No. They pull a little bit, and then some more hair come out the hair bump. I'm like, damn. That's got to be the end there. No, they keep pulling. And they pull and they pull. I swear to God, it was about this long. And it was in his neck. I said, damn, is that what Adam's apples is made of? Is Adam's apples made out of ingrown hair bumps? It was so satisfying. So satisfying. All right, y'all, that's my show for today. Let me know in the comments if there's something that I missed. I talked about Q-tips cleaning your ears, nose hair trimming, blackhead removal, pimple popping, cuticle trimming, foot scraping, flossing, cleaning your neck with alcohol, using a Biore strip on your nose, ingrown hair removal, and tongue scraping. All of those things are personal hygiene actions that are very satisfying to watch and some to do on yourself. If I miss something, let me know in the comments. All right? If you're new to the channel, thank you very much for stopping by and checking out my shenanigans. This is Totally Disgusted, where we talk about everything. From the outlandish like this episode to some more serious stuff. But for the most part, we try to keep it light. We try to keep it lighthearted. So thank you so much for stopping by. If this is your first time to the channel, please consider subscribing and clicking that reminder bell. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment and tell a friend. Tell a friend. That helps the channel grow. I've been trying to grow this channel for a very long time. So any little bit that you can do to help this channel grow, I would truly appreciate it. If you are a returning visitor, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you and everything that you do. Hopefully you enjoy the channel enough to keep on coming back and to keep watching. And last but not least, if you are interested in learning more about Derek Andre, by all means, check out my website. Check out my website, DerekAndre.com. You will find so much about me on there. You'll find my resume from acting and all sorts of other stuff. You'll find my clothing brands, Bum to Billions, and autographs. You'll find my books, all of my digital products, my music, so on and so forth. You can see trailers from the movies that I shot and edited. There's so much about me on DerekAndre.com that you probably don't know, which is why you should stop by and check it out. You should also check out my website, 10 Square Presents The Black Arts. This website is a collection of artists from all different genres. You got photographers, visual artists, you got musicians, dancers, poets, all these artists on here. They're all in these categories, and all you got to do if you want to find yourself a cool black artist is click on one of the images and it'll take you right to it. If you don't want to click on the image, just go right up here to the menu and you can click on the menu and it'll take you to a list of all the artists that are available and so on and so forth. So thank y'all very much for tuning in, man. As always, I appreciate and love you. I hope you tune in to the next episode. I'm back to work tomorrow, so it'll be Monday and Tuesday before you get your next episode. Also, if you just want to listen, you can also check this podcast out wherever you listen to your podcast, on Apple Music, Google Podcasts, Spotify podcasts, and all of that kind of stuff. You can definitely, and I do mean definitely, find this podcast anywhere you go. All you got to do is look up Totally Disgusted with your host, Derek Andre, and you can find the podcast. So thank y'all very much, man. I love y'all, man. I truly do. Y'all be peace, be love, be one, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to Totally Disgusted. Make sure to like, comment, and tell a friend.